It was a beautiful Sunday morning, and I was excited because it was the morning of my book launch. My dystopian thriller, Girl with the Silver Hair, had just been published, and I was going to Barnes & Noble in Kingston that day for my book party. Maisie and I went outside to the front porch, like we always do every morning. I write while Maisie runs around, but suddenly Maisie growled and launched herself off the porch into the bushes. I thought it was a squirrel or something until I heard her scream out in pain. I rushed down the steps, and there, just across the yard, was a black bear, and she stood right there, holding Maisie down with her huge front paw. I was horrified and sick. I thought my adorable, sweet Maisie was a goner, but she was still struggling. I screamed and rushed right at the bear, waving my arms, shouting for Maisie to run. Maisie was struggling to get up, but she couldn't move. She was pinned down. I thought I could scare the bear away. Black bears usually run from people, but as I got closer, the bear lifted up her snout, stared right at me, and growled. It was terrifying. She was leaning forward like she was about to rush out and attack me. You better believe I spun right around and ran as fast as I could back to the house, still screaming. By then, my son's friend woke up. He came out on the porch, also shouting at the bear. Maisie went still, playing dead for a minute. We were both screaming at the bear, and then I saw Maisie suddenly struggle out from under the bear's paw, and she ran like a bat out of hell in the opposite direction. I couldn't see where she went. She went into the woods. I was so relieved, though. I thought, well, if she can run, she's not gonna die. We were still yelling at the bear, and she backed up and got her little cub to run up a tree, and then she stretched her body up the tree also, but instead of climbing it, she turned around and came back to the edge of the yard to glare at us like, "Don't get any closer to me and my cub." At that point, I ran away in my pajamas and slippers towards where Maisie went, calling for her, but she didn't come. I couldn't see her. I was sure she was wounded and hiding in the woods, and we were going to have trouble finding her. So I ran back into the house to get dressed so I could help go look for her. And my son and his girlfriend came upstairs to help. And by the time I got my sneakers on, they had found Maisie huddled by the back door of the house. She was just a bundle of trembling, bloody fur, unable to move anything except her eyes. She was in shock. We could see the wounds on her neck and chest, but to my great relief, there was no serious bleeding, no gushing or pulsing, just slow seeping blood and no sign of life-threatening injuries. Fortunately, on a Sunday morning, I was able to take her to Kingston Animal Emergency Clinic of the Hudson Valley on Morton Boulevard in Kingston. I'm so grateful to them. They took Maisie in at 9 a.m. that morning and said they would keep her the whole day until the next day. So I went back home to get ready for my book launch, sure that Maisie was in good hands and would be okay. Even so, it was a little more excitement than I wanted for my book launch day. I mean, my book is a thriller, but there are no bears in it. I'm grateful to all my friends and readers who came to the book launch and people checking in on Maisie. She's healing now. She suffered many puncture wounds from the bear's claws, but she's on the mend with stitches and a few drains. And in fact, this morning, she started barking at chipmunks at the back door of the back deck. I think she'll be fine.